Yo, what's good, man? What's good? I mean, as you can see, look how I'm living. Look at me. I am your host, Sensei. Now rocking with another episode of Sans Corner. Man, Sans Corner's been real good to me, man. Look at how I'm living, baby. I mean, look at my grill, baby. I mean, you know, I pick those curtains out myself. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff here I actually bought from the country. Look, just check out how I'm living. Sans Corner, man. Check out how I'm living. I can't even lie to you, man. I can't even lie to you. This ain't me, man. This ain't me. But with hard work and dedication, it could be me. It could be you too. Man, you know I rock with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the A. Make the first interview. My main man, Bro Holland, man. Mr. Drinking on Sundays himself, man. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time, man.
Glad you come through, man.
Man, yeah, man. Yeah, of course, man. The man, the myth, the legend. So tell my people, how did that start? Who's a part of that?
Drinking on Sunday originally started in Saratoga, right here in Suffolk. I was at my mom's house watching TV, and I was watching like The View, I think it was. And when I was watching The View, I was like, I could do what they doing, you know, but I would do it my way. Where my friends would get together, laugh, joke, talk about whatever's going on in the world. And I basically just text everybody in my phone and was like, this my idea, show up on this day if you want to be a part of it. Everybody who showed up on that day became part of Drinking on Sunday. So it wasn't like a lot of different people showed up at different times. Whoever showed up on that day, we've been rocking ever since then, 8 years now.
So who's a part of Drinking on Sunday, man?
So when you talk about the business aspect, there's different levels. So the business aspect is me, Doc, and Boosie. We are like the owners of Drinking on Sunday. So, you know, we fund it, we put together ideas and projects, but when you talk about day ones, you talk about Tech Live, my cousin Brian, my brother Lil Ronnie, Tisa D, she was there, Tech Live was there. So those people were there on day one. Shout out to Skilo, he was there as a day one. DJ Total Rec was there day one.
Right.
So, you know, we got together and, you know, we made it happen, and everything that you see now, 8 years later, is what we have become. You know, throwing parties, being involved in the community, t-shirts, mugs, earrings, everything, all the merchandise. So it all came from that first idea in Saratoga, watching The View, and then grew into what it is today.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up, man. You've been throwing on a lot of events at different venues. I remember way back in the day you was at Vanity.
Yeah, man, the open mic.
Yeah, I remember I had the privilege of rocking that. Me and my homeboy Still. What's up, bro? Me and my homeboy, we had the privilege of rocking it. Matter of fact, it was at one instance that the DJ or somebody couldn't get our music, and we rocked the Dark Capella. Matter of fact, it was Don Juan that was there.
Okay,
Juan. I guess we forgot the music or either couldn't play, but me and my main man rocked it dolo, and we snapped in there. Everybody loved it. That was some good times, man.
We had I met a lot of great artists at Vanity. Portsmouth been good to me. I make a lot of power moves out there. Vanity was instrumental in helping a lot of artists have somewhere to perform every week, and we were there for like maybe a year and a half. We were there every Sunday, you know, giving guys the opportunity to just perform. And I mean, I used to rap myself. A lot of people don't know that, so like my heart is in the music anyway. So even now, I listen to like a lot of the young guys just to see, you know, who coming out, you know what I mean, to see, you know, who got a lot of potential to go to the next level. Right,
that's what it is, man. If you're not tuning in, you're rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensei the Ace, and you're on another episode of Boom, Sans Corner. My main man to my left. Man, got me kind of on myself a little nervous because I'm gonna let y'all know why he got me nervous towards the end of the show. My main man to my left is none other than Mr. Drinking on Sunday himself, Bro Holland. You know what I'm saying? And it is my privilege, this being my first show of the year, to have this man up here. So, you were in the Navy, United States Navy, retired chief.
Yeah.
Right? So, what drove you to choose that route as a career move?
Man, so I was at Lakeland High School right here in Suffolk.
Right. Shout out Lakeland, man.
The recruiter, actually, he saw me like looking inside of the gym, and he was like, you know, if you want to play basketball or whatever for the Navy, you know, that's something that's, you know, that's an option to you. And I was like, yo, this sounds interesting, but I was telling him I wanted to do something else. I was like, I like animals. So I was like, I want to work with the dogs or whatever. So he was like, yo, we got a program where you can do this and this type of job. So That's how I originally joined. But this is only a few people know this. When I went to the recruiting station, there was a guy's picture of Lee Wilson. A lot of people from Suffolk know Lee. He was in Nancy River. He played basketball.
Yeah.
Lee Wilson was in the Navy. I saw his picture up, and I was like, if it was cool enough for Lee Wilson to do it, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my inspiration to keep going. Like when I got to the recruiting station, there was a picture of him, a Polaroid, old school.
Right.
With Lee Wilson. I was like, Lee did it, I can do it. So that's how I joined the Navy, and then I did 20 years. I retired 6 years ago, and that's how I originally got in there.
Word. Shout out Lee, man. Another Jericho vet, man. What's good, man? So Lee was your inspiration to making that power move.
Yeah.
I can dig it. So before I go any further, I gotta pay a couple bills right quick. Hey, when it comes to your clothing line, getting your t-shirts printed, stuff of that nature, hey man, holler at my main man Alex Giles, man. 89 Entertainment, man. 89 Clothing Design. That's my main man. That's who does me, and he's gonna keep on doing me, and he's a part of my team. That's team me since the days since corner. And also we want to talk about doing projects, doing as far as pictures, be having your wedding shot, different event shot. I want you to go ahead and holler at my man Richard Griffin on Facebook, @RichG_PhotoPro on Instagram. That's the man actually behind the camera right now. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, getting back to the main topic, my main man Ro Holland has left my corner since corner first interview of the year. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta pick his brain, man. I really do gotta pick his brain. So, how's the family, man?
Yo, man, everybody good, man.
Word.
My daughter, my oldest daughter moving to China.
Yeah.
She's moving over there a couple of months to go teach English. My other kids, they in high school, so just living the life of like young freshmen. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we definitely could tell. We can go on your social media page and. It's kind of crazy that I actually got you here because either you would be in Minnesota or you be in Tokyo, or you be somewhere on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Man, you from Suffolk.
Yeah.
You are Mr. Suffolk, but you're not confined to Suffolk at all, by no way, shape, or form, man. I want to get into that. Speaking of, your daughter, she has a mentoring program. She mentors young ladies. You yourself mentor young men.
Yeah.
Okay, piggybacking off of that. On December 18th of 2013, you said the reason why people don't pursue their dreams is because 1, they're discouraged by others. 2, they're hindered by post-disappointment. 3, they settle for average. 4, they lack the confidence needed to pursue their dreams. And finally, they lack the imagination needed for the dream. Is that the reason why you mentor?
One of the main reasons is because when I go see kids at school, we ask for specific kids that are maybe having some difficulty with education or discipline, right?
Right.
Because those are areas that I had problems with growing up. So I'm basically trying to talk to the kids that are similar to me that I can identify with, and they may be able to identify with me because I may look like them, and they may see themselves in me after a couple of conversations.
Word.
So when I go there and I talk to them, it's like I'm talking to them as if that's what I wanted to hear when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm basically with mostly 7th and 8th graders, and then I follow them until they graduate high school from there. But I try to talk to those kids and just let them know, what I was thinking at that time, what where I'm at now, as an adult that's 44, that retired from the military, that's basically doing positive things in the community to give them an inspiration, because some kids are not going to want to go to college. Everybody's not going to want to be a lawyer or a doctor. Some of us are just going to want to be normal people working a regular day-to-day 9-to-5 job, and have the nice things out of life without doing anything illegal to obtain them. That's why I go and mentor kids and let them know, like, you don't have to go to the streets to be successful, And I try to give them the tools that they're going to need to be successful. We talk about credit. We talk about what you're going to do after school is over, because, really, once you graduate, if you don't go to college, there's no more grades. Nobody's going to grade you on how your life is or how well you live.
True.
You know what I'm saying? The only grade you're really going to get is like your credit score. Other than that, it's like everything is up to you and how you obtain it. And that's what I'm trying to show kids. That you can obtain nice things without doing anything illegal to go.
Facts. 3 of your mentees you followed from 7th grade to 10th grade. One of them is actually the drum band major for Lakeland. Mm-hmm. Another one is on the wrestling team, and another was on the track team. Yeah. So since you've been involved in their life, other than those three things, how have they changed? You know, as far as like your impact on their life versus before that you got to them.
I would say those specific kids, they were already very determined when we first met them, and when they started making positive moves, we kind of saw the seeds. We saw the seeds beforehand because we were doing different exercises at the middle school before they were in, 10th and 11th. Some of them, one of them is in 10th grade, and like we already knew he was going to be something special. Okay, just by what he was doing beforehand. But the main thing was just seeing, getting them to see the potential in themselves. Right. Because if you can see what you can become, it's easier for you to go that direction. Wow. But when you don't really have any direction, you're basically spinning your wheels trying to figure out which way you're going to go. So you're kind of like running in place. Right. So we try to give them a direction for their thoughts and their visions or whatever they want to be. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to be like in a couple of years, like when they out here in the world making money, trying to provide for themselves, and when they start a family to do the same thing.
That's what it is, man. Great answer, man. If you're now tuning in, you rock with me. I'm your host, Sense of the Age, aka Jericho, sending you on another episode of Sen's Corner. That actually led into my next question. I can pretty much find you rocking with number 14 of the Las Vegas Aces, Tashana Sugar Rogers, aka the point guard. You know what I'm saying? And I can also find you with number 36. I can also find you supporting him. That's Chuck Clark, also another Kingsport graduate, safety for the Baltimore Ravens. You are a big Suffolk supporter, and that is of no consequence at all to anyone who doesn't know you. My question is, how important is it to support and to continue to support kids after they have made it or after they have graduated?
I think it's important because when you find genuine people, you can have genuine dialogue. Because some people come into your life after you've already been successful, right? And a lot of times, some of those people that come into your life, you don't know if they're there for the right reasons. Some of them may be there because it benefits them. Some of them may be there because they want something from you. But if you had somebody who was there like before you made it, before you were top dog, before you were all the way on top, right, then they understand you, and you know that they didn't want anything from you. They weren't just like hiding like in the closet waiting for your moment and then spring out on you and say, let me get money, I want this from you, or let's do this together. It's like, hey, I see what you're doing. I just want to be a supporter. I want to be hit. Your success is my success. Right. Because we all are a reflection of where we came from. Sugar is from Williamstown, right, from Saratoga. Right. So every time that either one of us succeeds, we succeed not only for our city, but we succeed for all the kids who look like us from our area. Right. And that is the truth, man. You couldn't put it no better, man. You're not tuning in, you rock with me. I'm your host, Sense of the Age, on another episode of Sen's Corner. Right now I'm gonna shift into another gear right quick. As if you don't know, if you've been living underneath a rock, then I'm glad you actually got from underneath that rock just to tune into this show. But if you don't know, 45 sent a missile strike over to Iran and killed an Iranian general. What are your thoughts on that, man? I'm also Pride Service too, but Coast Guard. What are your thoughts on that, man? I have like a couple of different thoughts, but I just put it like, but when it comes to our president, 4 or 5, Donald Trump, mm-hmm, and the things that are going on, we always have to be cautious with the news as it is reported by the media, because the media can spin anything to rile up the citizens. You know what I'm saying? So you can hear one thing from them, and they're not always giving you first-hand information. Sometimes they're giving you second-hand information. You have to notice it says report, sources, right? You know what I mean? With no specifics. Like when something of that nature comes along and they're saying these things are going to happen, you have to make sure that you double check everything that you're hearing, and you do your own due diligence to learn about what the situation is, learn about maybe why there was a strike, why, what are the implications after this, what is, any potential enemy to America, what is their reach towards being able to maybe counterattack something that we did.
Yeah.
So when you do those type of things, then you're making a more informed decision, and you don't just get online and just repost the article that you read 5 sentences of and decided this is the be all end all.
Yeah.
That's how fake news actually became so powerful, because people don't read enough to know exactly what's happening. They read 1 or 2 sentences, click share or like, and next thing you know, fake news is all over the place.
They don't check their facts. They don't check their research.
Nobody really fact checks to find out why something happened, when is something else is gonna happen, who's in charge of what else is gonna happen, any of these things, because if you do that, then you're actually gonna have better information at your disposal to talk to other people about what's going on, instead of just click, like, share. Yeah,
exactly, man. Hey, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. One thing about that fake news, Donald Trump is one of the biggest. Man, I'm gonna try to keep the curse words to a limit, but he's a very ignorant person. The fact of the matter is, one of the things among a lot that I hate about that man, that I despise about that man, is all facts about this man that are negative when they're presented to him. Oh no, that's fake news, or no, it's a witch hunt, or it's a farce. I read a post that you said on Facebook the other day, which made a whole lot of sense. People don't remember that Bill Clinton was also impeached. He wasn't removed either. So everybody's sitting up here being happy that this man got impeached, but he's still in there.
Yeah, it's a charge.
Yeah.
It's no different than a police officer being charged with shooting an unarmed black that doesn't get a conviction. We celebrate too soon.
Okay.
Like, don't celebrate just because you got one part done. Celebrate when we get to the actual ending and we get a conviction, we get somebody behind bars.
Right.
We celebrate too soon, and a lot of times that leads to the disappointment later, because we're thinking, oh, this is it, this is the be all end all. But I explained this to a guy one day. I was like, if it's 2 of us and we on the same page, and it's 5 people that are on a different page, how are we going to outnumber them without them jumping ship and being on our page? We're not. So if Congress is on one page and the Senate is on another page, you're not going to have a resolution, because you have a 2 and a 5.
Right.
Last time I checked, 5 outnumbered them every time. It's as simple as that.
Right. You're right about that, man. So getting back to your family, you married?
No, not married.
Not married? Well, that's what's up, man. The family, everything is all good. See, you've been good. You did real good for yourself. The house is amazing, man. You got a nice house here, man. Real nice neighborhood. Hey, man. Drinking on Sands Corner. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, man. It's already known that you do a lot of positive things for the community. A lot of positive things for the city of Suffolk. I could catch you giving away a 50-inch flat screen TV at a venue, or a cake made by Whitney Wilson. What's up, Whitney? Hey, get back with me on that pecan cheesecake jump, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. We could catch you supporting Lance Booth, who I also have an interview coming up, and to be determined later, supporting his underwear clothing line, or I can catch you, I forget the name of those 2 others. Just a Kid from Suffolk, and I think the other one was I Got Suffolk on My Chest. City on My Chest. Yeah. I like those. We need to holler about that, because I need both of that. You do a lot of things for Suffolk. You mentor. So this is my personal question. Remember, I said I got a question for you. Yeah. This is the question. Would you run for city council, man? Because being honest, let's be real, man. People would vote for you.
Yeah.
Would you run? Or is that not your cup of tea?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. But I would definitely have to get with, everybody that's on my team and see, is that what's best for me, and do they think that, it's a valuable, I would be a valuable asset to the city council, and, of course, whatever I would, run and represent, and go from there. But I mean, I can't say no. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say no that I wouldn't run.
Roll for the city. Vote for him, man. I'm telling you, I believe you'll make some changes in the city, man. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I believe that. And like I said, I got it to your inbox the other day. I'm not gonna go into the full detail. I'm just explaining it to a certain extent. We got to talking about being some more guys in the barbershop, got to talking about people that do positive things in the community. And your name came up. And it was nothing but positive things to say. And we had got to the point, how can I say it? You do so much positive things that back in the day, when there was people that were trying to help people that looked like us back in the day, oftentimes they got taken out of here. You yourself do so much positive. We got to think, man, bro, better chill out, man. Like, man, look, man, we love you, and we feel you, but man, chill out, man. Man, will you ever stop giving back to your community?
Nah, probably not. Like my grandmother, she passed away a couple of years ago.
My condolences.
And she was telling me, that I would be successful and all of this. And she was like, never forget where you come from.
Right.
So even though I may go all around the world, or I may travel, take my kids places, like my heart is in Suffolk, you know what I mean? I was born and raised in this city. My birth certificate says 821 Kilby Avenue. That is Saratoga, 1975. So, this is where I live. You know what I mean? This is my home. I care about the community. I care about the kids. I care about the adults that trying to do positive things. And I'm all about Suffolk, support Suffolk.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Because a win for me is a win for everybody. It's not just like I'm winning for myself, because there's somebody watching me at all times.
Yes, it is.
Whether it's online or in real life, people pay attention. You know what I mean? Especially younger people, they pay attention to a lot about what other people do, and people believe what you do more than what you say. Because I could get up here and do lip service all the time about Suffolk, support Suffolk, the community, this, that, and the third. But if I don't go out and actually get behind what I'm saying, you're not gonna believe the next thing that I say. You know what I mean? Because I didn't come through before.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, your actions speak louder than your words.
Always.
You made a good point. It's always somebody watching you. You made a good point. We'll get back to that in a minute. Stepping up, showing the initiative, going out there and doing things without having to be told. That's kind of like one of your principles. That's something that you really live by. You once said someone who's a leader was also a follower at one point in time. So you have to know how to follow in order to lead. You also made a reference. You told a story one time about you were with a group of kids, and you also asked the group of kids, if you want to get this money, you had a choice between washing this car or reading this book. Which one would you do? And you said the majority of the kids said they would wash the car, but about 5 kids said that they would read the book. But out of those 5 kids, 1 kid said, "Can I have the book?"
Yep, Amara.
And that was the guy that you gave the money to.
Yep.
Go into a little bit of depth about that, man. Explain to me why you did that.
So, this is one of the projects that Dominique Epps, the People's Agent. This is something that
shout out Dominique, man.
He came up with, where we would actually offer the opportunity for kids to read a book, and we would give them money. Right. And the trick to reading the book is that there's something at the end of the book to prove that you read it. Right. Okay. So you can basically ask a question, and that person would know, if they can answer the question, that they actually read the book to the end. Right. So, when we were doing that, we were just basically trying to tell kids that you can make your way, you can make your money through education of what you know, or you can make it through labor. Right. You know what I mean? So, it's nothing wrong with either one that you choose, but just be cautious in knowing that one of them may be easier than the other. Right. If you're a good reader, reading a book won't be a problem. But if you're a bad reader, or you don't like reading, or that's not your thing, then it may be more difficult for you. So you're gonna choose the labor job. So we're telling them, hey, you can make money either one of these ways. Right. And even after they got the money, we would ask them other questions like, how can you legally flip this money? You know what I mean? So if we gave all y'all $20, how can you make more money off of this $20 that we gave you? Like, this is the seed that we're gonna plant. How can you make more money?
Right, that's dope, man. That's dope. When it comes to the kids, I didn't realize when I was a child how much people actually said the children are the future, until you actually get up in some size and some age, and you like, well, now I see where they're coming from. I am the future. I'm what they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that can make change. As I was saying earlier, man, you got a dope crib, man. You got a very dope crib. And as you just mentioned, Rick again, you were talking about Dominique Else. What's up, Dominique, again? The people's agent.
Mm-hmm.
How?
He sold me this house.
He sold him this house. Shout out, Dominique.
He sold me this house.
If you need a crib, hey, holler at Dominique, man. But speaking on that, piggybacking off of that, how important to you is home ownership in America?
I think it's very important because your home is something that you can pass to your children. If you set it up in a proper way where the mortgage is affordable, then you can relatively easily pass it to your children and take over and finish paying it off. So then in Virginia, you don't be responsible for the taxes. And if you think about how much most people pay in rent, let's just say $1,000. You know, you do that 12 months, that's $12,000 that you're never going to get back for something that you're never going to own.
Wow.
You multiply that by how many years you stayed in the house. Let's say, I don't know, 20 or 30 years, you could have actually paid for a home.
Exactly.
In the same amount of time for the same amount of money. So it almost, you're doing your family a disservice to not at least try to purchase a home so you'll be able to pass that on, because a home is essentially like a baton. Because if you pass away and you live in an apartment, I mean, they're just going to move somebody else in there.
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But if it's your home, then the family can continue to stay there as long as they can afford the mortgage. You can, if you can't, then maybe you can convert that home into a rental property.
Mm-hmm.
There's just more options that you have. I mean, there's also equity inside of the home that you would never have if you was renting. So it's much better to own a home, in my opinion.
Man, I'm starting to think you done seen my cue cards because you keep running, slamming to my next question. I'm starting to wonder that he looked at them or whatever. But going into my next question, which you're right at the door of it. I can send anybody to Ro Holland's page on his social media, and you would not find out one negative thing. Trust me, I've been looking. Trust me, I've been looking. You will not find one negative thing. Instead, you will find such things as how to build your credit score. You can easily find Rose sitting up there talking about how to lower your child support. You can also easily find him sitting up there trying to explain to his son about credit and money management. Yeah. So, I said all that to say this. You're Mr. Positive. I mean, I can't say a negative thing about you. I can't find one. In regards to that, were you ever a troubled child? Did you ever get into some type of trouble that flipped you and changed you to become this person you are today?
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble. I mean, you know, it's well documented through like my referrals at school or in my adult life. I was locked up in Hampton for shooting at somebody. I had 5 felonies and a misdemeanor. That was like a defining moment in my life. I was still in the military, and I was just basically in there, and I was like, this ain't where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? But
right.
my choices winded me up where I was at. You
right.
know what I mean? So my pops, he put the money up to get me out, and he helped pay for the lawyer or whatever, so I could fight my case.
Right.
And that's why I look at life as, you know, an opportunity. Every day is an opportunity.
Exactly.
Every 24 hours that you get is an opportunity for you to be successful. So from that day forward, I basically stopped being a mediocre person, a mediocre sailor, and I put my goals and my ambition in front of me. And then I just work towards them, and I just try to be a good example for anybody who may be looking, because you never know who is looking. You know what I mean? You never know.
Said it again. I mean? You never will know who is watching you. I like what he just said on that. So how many years did you do in the Navy?
20. From 1994 to 2014.
2014 came out at Chief?
Yeah, E7.
What was your rate?
I was an IS, Intelligence Specialist.
Ooh, that's above my pay grade. I was just an SK. I just ordered your boots and stuff. Like, nah, he was on a whole nother level, man. So would you encourage the next young man to join the Navy?
I would.
You would?
Yeah. I encourage a lot of people to first find out what's important to you.
Right.
You know, because college isn't for everybody. The military isn't for everybody. Some people are just natural entrepreneurs. So when I mentor kids, I ask them, what do they want? And if they don't know what they want, then we have to have a different type of discussion. But if you already know, then my job is to help you get there faster and more efficiently than it took me. So I actually have a young lady named Brittany Barrett. She just made E6 in the Navy, and I mean I basically helped her get in, pick the right job, and I was her mentor. Even though I wasn't in the Navy, I was her naval mentor, like on her official paperwork to help her continue to grow and develop her naval career. And I mean, she's on the fast track. You know?
Quick question: you've mentored, you've mentored adults, you also mentored children. That question is, what got you into that?
So again, Dominique Epps. So
Epps, man.
Check this out. So I was throwing parties. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I throw parties. This is what I do. You know what I mean? I was throwing parties. Dominique called me. He was like, one of his friends wanted to put together a mentorship breakfast.
Okay.
Right? And they was like, they wanted me to put it together. They'll pay for it. All I have to do is put it in place. I'm like, why would they ask me to do this? Right? I didn't even, ask Dominique any questions. I ran it like it was a party.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I made a flyer, you know what I'm saying, what day people need to be there. And so a lot of people showed up. And the guy, LA Hill, he showed up, and that was like my first time really interacting with him. And he is the actual founder of Enlightened Minds Mentoring.
Word.
So Dominique was there, and LA was there, and that was like the first time we really worked together on something. So we talked to the kids, and after that, I don't know if y'all know Hot Mama.
Yeah, I know Hot Mama.
All right, Hot Mama asked me would I come to John F. Kennedy to speak to the kids for Career Day. So after the Career Day came, I showed up, and the teachers there were saying I did such a good job with talking to the kids. Would I stay all day? Because I was only slated to stay in the morning. And that kind of was all it took. I went from there to talking to Miss Paul at Lakeland, and she's the assistant principal there. And that's how I started working with Lakeland. And I've been at John F. Kennedy ever since then.
Wow.
So every year I've been at John F. Kennedy since then.
So what year? How many years are we talking?
Let's see. I want to say about 6 years now.
About 6 years of mentoring, man. You always state and you always post that Holland clan, we're not here to be average.
Yeah.
Which bringing up my next point. Your daughter, Brittany, who you just said is going abroad to teach for a year.
Yeah.
She also mentors young girls.
Yeah.
Chip off the old block.
Yeah. She actually, so Brittany was going to college to be like a lawyer. Kids change their majors all the time, but that's what she was gonna be. So one day I asked her to come with me to Lakeland to mentor kids. You know what I mean? So we sit, she come in, we sit, we talk to kids, and she was like, "This is what I want to do." She want to work with, kids. So she went back to school, changed her major, and that's how she first got introduced to mentoring and everything like that. And then how she wound up going to China is we went to Japan earlier last year, and we met some of my friends over there, and they were telling her about you can teach English in other countries, and that's how she got into mentoring and about to go overseas.
Wow, that's what's up, man. That's definitely
so
what's up.
So she's definitely a chip off the old block.
Oh, chip off the old block, man.
She drunk the I ain't here to be average Kool-Aid.
So if you don't know, Ro is an avid Cowboys fan. No,
what?
I'm just messing.
Minnesota all day.
That's a Minnesota Vikings fan, man. What y'all gonna do with them Saints, man?
Man, it's gonna be a tough game. If we can get the run game going and keep the ball out of Drew Brees' hands, then we have a chance. But if we're doing a lot of 3 and outs, then it's not gonna turn out good for us.
Oh man.
Still doing better than the Cowboys. Y'all ain't playing this week. Y'all ain't even got no coach right now.
Everybody looking at my live right now, they can't say nothing to him, but they looking at me like, man, I know you ain't laughing. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna laugh. I knew I was on the couch from week 2. I don't care. I mean, whatever. I'm looking for next year. You know what I'm saying? But Dallas, you up there with me too. Oh, all right.
Cowboys. And I was out there when y'all lost.
Oh yeah, he was there.
That was
there.
Super Bowl. I be posting online. I'm like, yo, I don't even care if we win one game, as long as it's against the Cowboys. We can do all the rest of them. That way, I ain't gotta hear them fans.
Hey man, you're very oriented into music, man.
Yeah,
that seems to be one of your things. When you was growing up, who were some of the people that you listened to?
Man, I listened to Lord Finesse, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Slick Rick got me through, I was on punishment for 6 weeks. my mama took my TV, and all I had was a Slick Rick tape. So that's all I could listen to for 6 weeks. All I did was go to school and come home and listen to Slick Rick.
So you know all of his songs by heart.
Yeah. Yes, I know all the Slick Rick songs, everything. Yeah, so then as I got older, like high school years, I really listened to Nas. And then once I joined the military, I started listening to Jay-Z. And now I'm listening to Gunna, Lil Baby, Da Baby. J. Cole, he's one of my favorites.
Okay.
I try to keep up with the times when it comes to music.
Right. So you have been following music since your youth, obviously.
Yeah, man.
And obviously it has changed.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like is missing?
Creativity.
Huh?
A lot of the new artists, they sound alike. Like there's no distinction between where our artist is from. There's not like a particular sound. Like before, you would hear somebody be like, oh, he from the South.
Right.
Or he from the Midwest. Like Bone Thugs had a Midwest sound. You know what I mean? And then Outkast had a South sound, a Southern sound. The people from Texas had a Texas sound. But now all the artists, they kind of sound alike. So when you listen to them, you don't know where they're from.
Yeah.
You know, before, and people really rep where they were from a lot harder.
Yeah.
Before, now, I don't know, OG, I think OT Genesis, Genesis.
Yeah,
he is from the same place as Snoop Dogg. He from Long Beach.
Wow.
But he doesn't sound like he's from
Long Beach. He doesn't.
He doesn't have a typical California sound. He could, his music, you would think he might be from New York or, you know what I mean, East Coast.
Yeah.
That's the type of flow that he has. But he's from Long Beach.
Word. So you obviously, we've all been following industry rappers. And you have did and promoted venues and events for independent artists.
Yeah.
Independent artists wise. Are you following anybody?
Yeah, I follow a couple of independent artists, especially from Suffolk. I follow Yacht the Dawn.
Word.
Baby Blue.
What's up, Baby Blue?
Let's see. Finesse Gang.
Uh-huh.
Trying to think who else. Blanco Gotti. There's a couple of artists from Suffolk that I follow. From Portsmouth, my man, he had a song I like called Cruise Control. That was my joint. I'm trying to think who else. Man, I listen to a lot of the guys from Norfolk, like Young Money Young. I check him out every now and then.
Word.
Every time he on the scene, I try to fly out and show support. But mostly I'm trying to see Suffolk come up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see the home team win something. You know what I mean? Bring some platinum plaques back to the city. Right?
You said something else. This just hit me when you said Suffolk and you were talking about somebody bringing platinum plaques back. You said something, I don't remember what date, what year you posted this. And I know you remember posting this. You said, why haven't they had a Sugar Rogers Day or giving her the key to the city or something to that nature?
Yeah.
You know what? I had the same question. For real, being honest, I would love to know, what's your opinion? Why do you not think, be real, why do you not think she's made it in the WNBA. She has records on top of records from Kingsport to Georgetown.
Yeah.
Why you think they ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not 100% sure because I've noticed when I go to the school, she's well recognized at her high school. I think we as citizens, we want to see her maybe have a day, a parade, something in the parade, something that says, we love this girl for, not just what she's done for basketball, but what she represents for the city.
Right.
But even when she had a basketball camp, and people from the city were there, you know what I mean, to support her, so they recognize who she is. So it may be something coming down the line where it's a big event or something where the city says, hey, we appreciate you for being the queen that you are, to our city.
Word. Anybody on the council in charge of that in the city of Suffolk, hey, make that happen, man. Make a Sugar Rogers parade or what's his name? The safety. Baltimore, number 36.
Oh, Chuck Clark.
Chuck Clark.
Yeah.
Hey man, get a Chuck Clark and a Sugar Rogers Day, man. Get a parade. Like, show these people, man, that you appreciate them and they're welcome back here in their hometown, what they did and what their efforts have not went for nothing. You know, moving along, if you're now tuning in, you still rocking with me, rocking with the best. I'm your host, Sensation, on another episode of Sans Corner. Sitting beside me to the left, my main man, Mr. Holland, Mr. Drinking on Sundays himself. If you haven't been to one of his events, well, you should have. I don't know why you haven't been down. You know, I mean, the last one you did was at Roger Brown's.
Yeah.
I think two-time Super Bowl champ Dre Blackstock band came and hollered at you.
Yeah, he came through.
Yeah,
he came through. We had a good time. He bought me a couple of drinks.
Word.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Why do you think your events, your venues boom so much? When you being honest, when you do a Drinking on Sundays event, it always booms.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think people come out and support you so much?
It's the positive energy, man. Like, it's karma. Like, if you continue to do positive things and push in a positive direction, I mean, what else can you expect to come back? Like, before an event, I make sure to, dot all the I's, cross all the T's, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I did everything within my power to make sure that this event has as much positive energy as I possibly can. You know what I mean? And then, right before I leave, I talk to my kids, I let them know I love them, I care about them. I say a prayer, and then I go out and I do what I came to do. My thought has always been, I want to get paid off my God-given talent.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not the only person throwing parties. Parties are everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want somebody to come to your event over maybe 3 other ones that are going on that same night, then you have to basically paint a picture that it's a safe event. You can bring your girlfriend, you can bring your wife, your daughter. The family is welcome here. So my events are more like, we're here to have a good time.
Right.
And that's all we're really here to do. We're not here to beef. We're not here to argue. We're not here to go back and forth about something that we don't get along with or we don't agree with. So we're just trying to have a good time and make it home safe. So that's the prayer that I pray before I break out and hit the streets. And that's also the energy that I put out there. Like, hey, y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this since Applebee's, since Vanity. Like, we here to have a good time, and then we here to make sure everybody gets home safe.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and shift into another gear of my show. This is the part of my show called Who Is It? The part of the show where I give my interviewee the government name of a rapper, and I give him 3 choices to figure out who this person is. This is gonna be a little different because Ro was born, like you said, he was born in '75.
Yeah.
Old school. So now I'm gonna hit Ro with some 80s rappers. Some of y'all born in the 90s probably wouldn't understand. So, you can Google this. But, you ready, man?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, man. Here we go. Question number 1, man. The name of this person is Antonio Hardy.
Oh, that's Big Daddy Kane.
You even gonna act like you don't know, like you gonna.
Hey,
can you pretend like you just?
Kane.
I mean, put a little bit of dramatic.
You know what I mean?
Get.
Big Daddy. I might don't know nobody else, but I got that one. 1 for me. Score 1 for Drinking on Sunday.
All right, that's one. All right. Next one. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking you probably gonna know this one. Lana Michelle Moore. Lana Michelle Moore. And your choices are. Oh, what? You just ain't gonna spit this out?
No.
All right, your choices are Salt of Salt and Pepper, MC Light, or Queen Latifah. Her name again, Lana Michelle Moore. And your choices are Salt of Salt and Pepper, MC Light, or Queen Latifah.
Definitely not Queen Latifah. So I'm gonna go with MC Light.
2 for Drinking on Sundays. Hey, look, man. This is the
part of it. I'll drink today.
This is the part of the show where I win, man. I don't really. I haven't had nobody go 3 for 3. For real, Rich. I ain't had nobody go 3 for 3.
Can I do it? Can I
All right,
pull
so
it out?
Here it goes. Let's see about this one. I had to make this one tricky. I'm gonna see if you know it. Anyway, the name is Stanley Kirk Burrell. The name is Stanley Kirk Burrell. Okay. And your choices are A, MC Hammer.
It's MC Hammer. 3 for 3. Roll from Drinking on Sunday. Can't touch this. That's right. Turn this mother out. Oakland. That's right. He had all the games. I had some hammer pants and some shiny shoes.
And you know what? That's only right that he got all 3 right, man. It's only right, man. It's only right.
Old school need to learn, though.
It's only right, man. It's a reason why he got all 3 of them right, man. I didn't give him the answer. It's a reason why. But we're concluding this interview. We're wrapping this up, man. I've had a great time here. But what's your final thought, man? Give my people a final thought, man.
Man, just instead of being selfish, be more caring about not just yourself but the community. Be wise enough to say no to something that's not good for your goals. Pick the right people to be in your life, and you're probably gonna be much happier than you was before.
Word, that's what it is, man. I'm Sensei Ace. My final thought is nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. Nothing. You got to get out there and go and get it, man, because ain't nobody give you nothing free but advice. Normally, this would be the part where I sit up there and, do my little salute, and we're going to end this. But I told y'all earlier that it was a reason why my main man was making me a little bit nervous. And it was a reason that I kept saying, it's always somebody watching you. I'm going to go ahead and be real with you. Like I stated earlier, but the people right here don't know why I do this. I'm going to be real with you again. One time you invited my bro Steele, Corey Smith. What's up, bro, again? You invited him you had a podcast, Drinking on Sundays podcast. I think the address was in Virginia Beach or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember taking that ride with him and whatnot. I didn't know you like that, but I knew of you. And I remember being in that interview, and I'm watching you do your thing, and I'm like, man, I like that, man. I really do like that, yo. I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. And like, he got his own thing, got his own brand. I want to do that. What you don't know is you are the reason for this. You are from Suffolk. I am from Suffolk. That day that I met you back in 2014, that was 2014. Yeah. I never forget that year because that's what stuck in my head. I never went to school to do journalism or telecommunications, but I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and you were a main influence for that, man. But that, like you said, you never know who is watching you. My little trend when I do this show is I want to try to give everybody a shirt, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't been able to do that yet. I got them in production, so y'all hold on. But I feel that it's only right, man, since you were the inspiration. If you haven't really noticed, and like I did get in your inbox that one time I asked you where'd you get those shirts from. Yeah. If you notice, I kind of mimicked you, in a sense, bro. Like, so it is my esteemed honor and my pleasure to give you this Lakeland Blue Sands Corner shirt, man. You the first one to get one, bro. I just want to say thank you, man. You said you never know who's watching. I was watching you, man. I was watching you. You're the reason why I'm doing this. You and a couple other people. Shout out DJ S2, man. But you the reason for why I'm doing this, man. You inspired me. You never mentored me a day in my life. But I watched you. You never, like you said, you never know who's watching you. I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you, because you inspired me to do what I'm doing right now. For real, man. People jump in my inbox all the time saying, man, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. You keep doing it, keep pushing. I couldn't stop this now if I wanted to, but I just wanted you to know that you are, and you were, and still are the main influence of why I do this. I saw what you did, and I wanted to do that. And now I'm doing it because of you. I just want to say thank you, man. It's always somebody watching you, bro. If you're just now tuning in, you missed a dope episode of Sands Corner, man. But you can always do that little thing when you slide on back, review this. Don't forget to check out, hold on. I messed up right quick. Hey, man, it's a woman and a dude banging and yelling at that screen asking, how can I get my son or my daughter or whatever into one of your mental programs? Tell them how can they reach you.
Yo, you can reach me. Just call me or text me 757-394-6998. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything Drinking on Sunday. It all comes to me. And we'll get you hooked up with Dominique or LA, especially if you in Suffolk. We got a heavy hand over here. So if you're looking for mentoring, for your child, I'm at Kennedy Middle School. me and Breon Mayo, that's where we're at. So if you got a child over there, just hit us up and say that you want us to mentor them, and we'll get them into our program. If you need any other support, you can talk to L.A. Hill or Dominique Epps, the people's agent.
The people's agent.
Okay,
yeah.
You can talk to either one of these guys for mentoring, and they'll get you situated, and we'll make it happen for you. We do our best to help your child out.
Ever since I set up and known you always show love to the community. You always show love to the city of Suffolk. It's like you're Suffolk's favorite son. Like I said, you inspire. Look at your children. You inspire them to follow your greatness. And on behalf of Sands Corner, because you were and are the inspiration behind it, and behalf on the city of Suffolk. And I don't know if they ever said this to you, but I'm gonna be the first one to say it. Hey man, thanks for what you do, man. For real, because we need you. Being honest, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We need you out here to keep doing what you're doing.
I will continue.
That's what it is, man. I just want to I thank you for giving me your time, because you giving me your time. You're supporting me, and I appreciate that. If you're just now tuning in, we just wrapped up a dope episode with my inspiration, a mentor that didn't know he was mentoring me. It's on the right that it came back full circle. I was on this show in 2014, and now he's on mine in 2019. It's on the right it came back full circle. Like he just said, calm. Yeah. When you put out positive energy, it comes back. Yeah. Like I said, thank you, man. For real, we just wrapping up another dope episode of Sands Corner. I am your host, Sensei the Ace. And make sure you check out my page, Jericho Sand. That's where you can find all my interviews at. You can go back and look at them. Also, go on YouTube and check out my page too, Sands Corner. You can check out all my interviews. Anytime you feel like it, subscribe. Give me your feedback. I'm with all constructive criticism. I'm with everything, man. Hit me up, man. I appreciate everybody that's in my inbox showing love. Everybody that's doing what they do, supporting me. That's what's up, man. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Scroll back. Do that little thing where you scroll back and hear what this man has to say, man. I'm your host, Sensei the Ace, and we gone, man. Appreciate you. Man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Real.
My bad.
Good.
I got a shirt for you too, bro.